I don't know what just happened, but let's see if I restarted to see if it works again. Let me see if it works. Give y'all a chance to come in. My name is Diamond, if you're new here. And I usually go live on Fridays, but this particular day, this live is really messing up. Let's see. Can y'all hear me now? Is it now? Probably because my phone was by it. Okay, yeah, my phone was bad. It was hearing the clicking noise of my phone. I just went live for like 20 minutes talking to y'all. Like literally 20 minutes. And then it cut it off and I couldn't. Anyway, our YouTube get it together, child. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it was being really weird. Like I was in here for 20 minutes talking about Jess Hilarious. Damn, I don't want to talk about that hoe no more. Oh, they said, girl, what's going on? How y'all doing? What's the tea? Mm. All right. So let's talk about it. I have other shit I want to talk about, but we can talk about. All right. So, hey Michelle, hey Coco, hey Raven, hey Brandon. All right. So let's get it out the way. So Jess Hilarious. When we were on Lynae is a social commentator. I found her on Instagram. She got a new show coming out. She was on Breakfast Club to promote it, and I guess the question was who was like her, what type of dude she looked for, like what's the ideal date. And so she was explaining how her ideal date would be somebody that is politically conscious, somebody that is socially and politically conscious. And randomly, Jess Hilarious come out of her mouth and get to having some transphobic shit to have to say. So we're gonna listen to it. Y'all ready?
You gotta live, breathe, die, fight the power, but you do have to have some things ingrained in the way that you move about your day, period, to understand that the work never stops. So we just gotta find that balance.
And for you, I want somebody who knows that women can have babies.
Oh, okay.
Only women can have babies. I just want to let you know that.
Interesting. There are other people who can have babies.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if they have a uterus, they can have babies. But they just might not identify as woman. Okay. Those are two different things. Like you can be biologically female, but you can't be biologically woman. Woman is a gender construct, a social construct. But if you got a uterus, yeah, you can have a baby.
Yes, that's the point. If you have a uterus, you can have a baby.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we agree on that. So I'm not saying that you got to live, breathe, die.
All right. So she just randomly bring up. She just randomly bring up that if you have a uterus, what I want for you and your ideal partner is if for you to know that if you got a uterus, you can have a baby. Okay. It was so random. She's a fucking weirdo. She is. She really is. And my thing is, so you don't want you. She said she want her husband to be transphobic. Okay, she want her man to be transphobic. In other parts of the video or whatever, but clearly. Ma'am, you have admitted in your stories that men think that you're trans. Like when you on the street and dudes try to holler at you, they think you're trans. That, first of all, that has to be a gag. Because when I tell you, and this might be some internalized transphobia, maybe. But if I was a cisgender woman and I'm walking down the street, you think I was born a man, it would gag me. I have to be I have to be honest. I would be like, what? Like it would offend me. Like because especially somebody like her who has repeatedly invested in the idea that if you can have a baby, you're a woman. So you over there, you done got knocked up 2 times and had babies, and they still think you a man. That coochie done did what you claim is the reason, what patriarchs claim is the reason that women are on the earth, to produce. The misogynistic idea that narrows women down to just what their bodies can do. That's also the problem, ladies. If your only claim to womanhood is I can have a baby, that reduces you down to your body parts, sweetie. That reduces you down to your body parts. And that's the only value you have. That's the only value you have to the world, is that you can make babies. If that's your ideal, you have been indoctrinated into patriarchy. Because what about the women who don't want babies? Are they do they not have value anymore? Are they not women anymore? What about the women who can't have babies? Are they not women anymore? If you're reducing yourself down to just your femaleness, that's probably why the language you use really reflects these niggas. Because I be hearing her call women females, and there's tons of articles and videos about how calling women females is dehumanizing in the context that it's usually being used. It's dehumanizing as hell. And because you running around a street bitch of Baltimore, you've picked up these ideas of men and the verbiage of men. So you run around saying that same kind of language too. I saw a trans man doing it too, and he was offended that I called it out. I'm like, I'm in this. When I start this video, I'm here to support you. And as soon as you start the videos, oh, these females, oh, these females. Oh, when you get to that makes me cringe. You a trans man, you should know better. Oh, I'm out here doing the work. And if you're out here doing the work and in community with women, I know you have heard that you shouldn't be saying females in the context that you're saying it. Female what? Female humans? Female dogs? Female, what species are we talking about? Just saying female is dehumanizing. That's just, it's too many articles, it's too many videos, it's too many stuff. So she do shit like that. So when you say you want your man to be transphobic, baby, the same thing that makes men transphobic, homophobic is the same thing that makes them misogynist. And you might want them to hate trans women and hate gay boys, but the same thing that hate is rooted in is the same thing that have them beating your ass and have you looking like Cassie on the stand, pregnant, crying, wore out. That same thing, that same devaluing of a human being because of a particular thing, that same thing will have you being a pet, a drug overdosed, used up, abused pet, because you are just an object that can have babies. So when you find a homophobic, transphobic, nigga, you are gonna find a misogynistic nigga. And it's gonna come back and bite your ass too. And then we gotta rally behind a transphobic bitch. Because we know the nuances. Just like when I talked about this, I said that ignorance that you're showing right now in this interview, that ignorance that you're showing in this interview, that's the ignorance that led to this brilliant Black woman coming up in your space and dominating you at your job because you're ignorant. This woman is not, it would still be transphobic, but this woman is coming on your show and she's not even trans, and you're bringing up a trans issue. That's tacky. That don't have anything to do with this interview. She's a cisgender woman. Why are you? If she was a trans woman, it would make sense. At least it's relevant, and you want to pop her with some transphobic shit. But this is a cis woman. Why are you even bringing this up? And that's why Lauren came up there and dominated your ass and show how stupid you are, because you are stupid. You got that same chitlin circuit ass sense of humor, so that got you some popularity with the niggas. But when you get into a space where you got to prove you got some sense, you fail miserably. Can't even barely read. And then Lauren come in with some intelligence and with some some schooling and knowing her job, and you on the live crying because these men then let her come in and take your spot because she's more brilliant than you. And so now I got to come in and talk about the misogyny of men in corporate America to defend your dumb, ignorant, transphobic ass, because I know the nuance and I ain't going to let these motherfucking raggedy ass niggas off the hook. But I'm still pissed off at you because my trans ass got to come and talk and defend your stupid ass when I know you wouldn't defend me. You would throw me under the bus. You would bring transphobic shit in unnecessary conversation when it comes to me and my people. But I still gotta stand in solidarity with you raggedy ass bitches against misogyny, because I know how it affects you and me. So I don't even have the luxury to be able to throw you under a bus because it don't fucking align with my politics. I want to, because you're a raggedy ass bitch that don't give a fuck about nobody but having babies. And when you center and having babies, and that's the only of your importance, you'll be in fucking Georgia, brain dead, with incubating a non-viable baby against your family's will. That's what you end up when you only can produce fucking babies. That's what you'll end up being, dumbass bitch. But you're not clocking that. You're not clocking that connection. And I wish I could throw you under a bus, but I can't do that because I know you just fucking ignorant. I know you got some this world done wore you out so much as a woman, a dark-skinned woman, that your only value is that. And here come these tranny ass bitches trying to maneuver in your space that you barely got a hold of. They call you all kinds of mans and niggas. You barely got a hold of the space, so I know you scared, dusty bitch. I know you scared and feel uncomfortable because ain't nobody fucking loved you outside of your fucking pussy. You ain't never been the pretty girl in the room. I know how ugly it is in your life. And so here come these trans ass bitches with the surgeries, trying to come in your woman space. But we ain't your enemies. We ain't the one that's wearing you out. Yeah, we gonna read your ass if it get ugly. Yeah, we gonna read you. But systematically, we are not harming you, sis. Systematically, we not harming you. We not doing nothing to you. Yeah, when you say smart ass shit, we gonna come and read you, and it's gonna be ugly. We gonna be black. That's culturally black to play the dozens and go back and forth and read each other. That's what we do. We niggas. That's what black people do. That's a part of our culture to read, especially queer black folks. But you know, straight black folk call it playing the dozens and Joan and da. We all do that as culture. We're going to read, go back and forth. But systematically, trans people are the least likely to harm you, sis. So why you got so much heat for us? So much heat that you looking stupid at your job. Where's Lauren at? I'm sure Lauren has some intelligent questions to ask if she was there. Where's she at? But I want to know what y'all think. What are y'all thoughts, darlings? What are y'all thoughts on this? Like, what is her obsession? Those are my thoughts on the obsession. Those are my thoughts. So, what are y'all thoughts? I want to hear from y'all. And if you're listening, you just tuning in, thumbs up. And you saying this, oh, I want a man. I guess she was talking about how she wanted a man to her man to be transphobic. Baby, a motherfucker that's into you. You the artist told us, you done told us stories that they think you trans. And so a nigga that's into you is gonna be into the trans look, baby. He gonna be into the trans look. Hard. You running around talking like a nigga, you like a homeboy. You the next thing to trans, baby. If they like you, baby, they like trans. Trust and believe. They may not tell you. That's why y'all hoes be running around getting fooled by these obviously DL niggas. But if they like you, baby, they like trans. You look like one. You act like a nigga. So if they like your masculine ass, they like a little manliness in a woman. Yeah. You're gonna run into many trans loving niggas. Everything you're saying is making sense. Thank you. She's a brick and has no opinions of him. I have no opinions of him. You look like one. Yeah, I mean, I just I think she definitely feels insecure that men will still smash a trans girl that's more pretty and passable than she could ever be. And it is a shame because women should support each other. But I don't know. My thing is what you get out of it, though. What you get out of it. What you get out of that baby making. That's what I always wonder. And this is no shade. I adore cis women. There are many cis women in my life, but it's certain these transphobic ones. I always wonder, what do you get out of the baby making? Because your first baby daddy was a bum, didn't fuck with you, wasn't helping you. You have a story of being a single mother, so you got knocked up and had a baby that didn't bring you any wealth. We love to talk about these gold digger ass bitches that lock in the niggas who with the sports nigga, but at least they're going after a prize that get them some type of status and money and security. It may be gold digging, but at least they got a plan. Bitch, you dropping babies off with niggas that ain't doing shit for you. So what that baby making get you? You still was a bum. You still was hustling bullshit ass comedy videos. What did it get you? What did the baby making get you? You talk about how you were struggling for so long prior to the internet opening up some doors for you. That baby making didn't get you nothing but less money and headaches. That baby making didn't get you nothing. And then you just had a baby that you were scared to tell people about because you was just getting this new job, this new Breakfast Club job. You were scared taking that baby making had you scared. You was insecure about your job. That's patriarchy. that coveted thing that you can do, like a Girl Scout. Ooh, I can make babies. Had you insecure about your job? If it was so special, why would you insecure about your job and thought you wasn't gonna? You had to keep it secret. Not saying that it's not special. I'm not saying that. I'm just pointing. I'm just making a point that even that ability to make a baby make you insecure about your stability and your career. So it can't be that motherfucking special. Now, I think it's special because it's how humanity continues and how I got here. So in that context, I think it's special. But in regards to it's not going to protect you, bitch. It's not going to save you from nothing. It doesn't save you from anything. Y'all still getting your ass beat. Still highest rate of intimate partner violence. You still getting the same thing that tranny bitches is getting, except you can make babies. How is it making you be treated better? You still getting killed. You still getting beat on. You still getting used. You having these niggas babies and they having you as an in-house servant, cooking and cleaning, and still want you to pay 50%. How is making babies benefiting you? And you a black woman. The maternal death rate is high as fuck. You risking your life every time you do it. How is it benefiting you, dumb hoe? How is it benefiting you? You as a single mama struggling in these streets with no help for a long time. Now you got some coins. For the longest time, it wasn't getting you any benefits. You got these raggedy ass niggas running around talking about how you ain't shit because you a baby mama. Your body count is high. You got a child, so they talk about the stepdaddies is simps for even helping you. What are the benefits of these immaculate children that you can have? What is it getting you? What's the benefit? Maybe because I'm not a cis woman, I don't know. What's the benefit? Because I'm not seeing it protecting anybody from no harm. Like I said, they might keep you alive in Georgia. If you go brain dead, it might save you in that way. The cringy, necro-political way. It may be cringe. It may be a cringy way that they save you. Ooh, let's keep this black woman alive so she can incubate this non-viable embryo fetus bag clump of cells. Let's save her. Let's experiment. Let make her what's her name on Handmaid's Tale? That this is be a Handmaid's Tale plot line of Matthew in the bed, just being incubated, just being an incubator. They'll save you that way. Ooh, the benefit. Keep my dead body alive. Lucky me. Okay. What's the benefit? They just cut your SNAP benefits, so you can't get no SNAP benefits now. Now they making it to where you can't have SNAP benefits. What is it? Is it before 7 or after 7? They done passed some kind of bill where I ain't did no deep dive in it, but it's something about at 7 years old, either the SNAP start or the SNAP stop. So the welfare queens is getting less welfare benefits for the kids. Either way, the benefits is stopping. Those benefits, what other benefits is it? Daycare is through the fucking roof. Daycare is rent money or mortgage money now. Childcare is crazy. So what's the benefit? I'm still trying to grasp the benefit. What's the benefit? They run it out of fucking a couple of years ago, what they did, they ran out of fucking formula. But they care about babies. What's the benefit? I'm trying to understand. What's the benefit? Tell me, please. Tell me. Somebody, please tell me what the benefit is. I really want to know, because I'm when I think of having children in this day and age, I'm really trying to grasp, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? Like, they're wearing y'all out. Only about 49% of custodial single parents, first of all, 80% of them are women. I know that people love to say, but there are men single parents. Yes, about 20%. Custodial parents, about 49% of custodial parents are getting child support. 49, not the whole 100%. 49% of them are getting child support. So half the times, these motherfuckers ain't even taking care of their kids. They abandon them. What's the benefit, babe? Unless you date some rich ass nigga. I can see that. What's his Travis Hunter? Is that his name? Travis Hunter. What's the little smiley little dude that just signed with the little Mexican girlfriend? The men are in the comments mad about that Mexican girl getting married and not having no prenup, about to get over. They in the comments mad at this little boy. He's not a little boy. This young man for not getting a prenup, for getting married, for marrying for love. They hate it when they marry for love. Now I love to see it. I love to see the non-black girls wear them out for their coins. I'm sorry. Because these same niggas be talking hella shit about black women and will be behind closed doors and on the camera. Look at what's that other nigga name? I don't know these sports niggas' name, child. I don't be knowing their name, but recently the Pivot podcast was calling him out. But they will fetishize they non-black wife and get to talking about black women. And when they wear them out and wear their little coins out, I be jumping for joy. Like, milk these niggas. Y'all tried to claim that the black girls was the gold diggers and the sorry ass bitches. And then the white girls come in and drain y'all as if they weren't trained to drain you dumb motherfuckers. They were trained to drain you dumb motherfuckers. Trained. Raised to milk you clowns. Like the fucking coaches and the fucking administration of the athletic team be bringing bitches in to come drain y'all niggas. When I do that, it reminds me of Mona. Mona Scott. Not Mona Scott. I said Mona Scott. Mona from Don't Be a White Girl. Don't call me white girl. Drain y'all niggas. They literally bring the white girls in to hook y'all. And y'all love it. and get caught up in it. I love to see it. I love to see it. That's a whole other subject. But I love to see it. Drain them. Milk them. Get them. Yes. Get knocked up. That's when the benefits of getting knocked up comes. That's when the benefit comes. That's when the benefit. Like the Wire twins from Hellraiser. Oh, I don't know that reference. I never liked Hellraiser. I never watched it, so I don't know. And that's not a horror movie that I actually liked. I never watched it ever. So I don't know that reference. But yes, I just don't know the benefit, especially the benefit for it to be this badge of honor. It's just one of those things. Once I saw and understood what my own mother went through raising us, I was like, oh no, I don't want to be doing that. I'm glad we made it through, but it was rough. We know how much more difficult, dangerous, and unfair a woman's walk is through life is. You want to reduce yourself to just a wound too? The fuck? I'm cis and realize this lame transphobic argument is harmful to all women. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for being a cis woman with some sense. Thank you. We are not going to be saved if we are not saving ourselves. If we are not saving ourselves with each other. Because the same attack on our body sovereignty that is happening in the reproductive justice realm, that is happening in the trans existence and healthcare realm, that's happening in the mass incarceration realm, that's forcing them to be in cages and work for pennies, exploiting their labor. The same dehumanizing thing is affecting all of us, you niggas, and the girls, cis and trans. And you are letting your ability to produce more labor for these white people. Like, that is the tenet of Project 2025 for you hoes to make more babies so they can exploit. That's a capitalistic pillar. And you want that to be your badge of honor, that you can make more babies for these motherfuckers to exploit and grind down through capitalism? You think I'm gonna think you sickening because of that, bitch? The fuck? You are crazy. And the act is beautiful. I'm not shitting on the act. I think that's how we all hear. Yes. But at that, I'm shitting on the idea that that is your only value. That's what I'm shitting on. I'm shitting on the idea that that is the only value when that is the most exploited value. The most exploited act. For you can make more bodies for their military. It's crazy. That's crazy. It's literally babies starving in Sudan. Literally babies starving in Palestine. Do you really think they give a fuck about you making babies? They don't even want to feed them. They don't even want to feed them. Christian motherfuckers. The Christian side don't even want to feed the babies. One of the principles of Christianity. They don't even want to house and feed them. The most Christ-like thing to do. And you want me to think that I'm less of a woman because you can have a baby? Because you can add to the exploited many? Girl. Okay. Okay, Miss Theme. Miss Productive Puss. Work. Miss Assembly Line Puss. Oh my God. You can have a baby. Girl, okay. What is it getting you? Still figuring that out because I'm not seeing it. It didn't get you no ring.
So
it didn't get you no love. Not saying that I value marriage, but I'm just talking about the patriarchal, amazing stuff that you're supposed to get. It didn't keep the man. It didn't get you no ring. It don't stop these niggas from putting their hands on you. It don't stop them from abandoning you and not taking care of their responsibilities. What old girl say? From Lean on Me, Mr. Clock don't look. Mr. Clock don't like you because you don't take care of your responsibilities. That was in the 80s. Talking about the same shit. Niggas will abandon you and be out here on the front line. On the front line, protecting old patriarchs. While you got a whole baby over here next to you that you're not taking care of, that you want to abandon. That was a movie in the 80s. Same shit happening right now. Dr. Umar on here preaching to the Negro, Negroes with penis. Negroes with penis choir. And not taking care of his kids. They got this nigga on a pedestal. He done played them out of money for a school. He got kids out here that he's done abandoned and not taken care of on TikTok. Telling their story. And this is one of their prophets. One of their griots and prophets and their intellectuals. But that baby didn't save their baby mamas. That baby didn't change them. And he homophobic? Crazy. Shit's crazy. I just don't understand it. Lord, is there ever a Dr. Umar fraud documentary? I would be seated. Seated! Seated! Popcorn ready. Why he call his daughter a struggling streamer? Of all, imagine reading your child. A baby ain't never kept a nigga. Never. Never, ever, ever. All right. Okay. Just for some breaking news, Texas politicians, this is coming from the ACLU, Texas politicians just passed a bill that defines sex based on the ability to reproduce. This is what Jess Hilarious loves. She's down for this. Based on the ability to reproduce and requires states agency to identify Texans as male and female on government records. HB 22 9 is a cruel attempt to erase trans people, non-binary, intersex Texans from public life. And so this is the first step in criminalizing us, baby. And I'm a Texan, so I'll be on the front line. This is when they pass bills like this, that means that now my ID is a fraud and I can go to jail for fraud because my documentation isn't real, isn't true. So now my existence can be criminalized, and we're going back to the 60s to where they can lock us up for just being existing. 70 years of work. And so, what about the girls who can't reproduce? The cisgender girls who can't reproduce. If the law says if you can't reproduce, you're not a woman no more. Now, I'm not saying, I know that's playing to the extremes, but I mean, these motherfuckers is going, they're trying it and see. They're going to the extreme. Fascist was the extreme. That's what they do. Sending people to gas chambers was extreme. Lynching people was extreme. This is what they do. Extreme is what they do. Keeping brain dead women alive for non-viable babies is extreme. This is what they do. This is what they do. Like, extreme is what they do. Am I tripping? Like, isn't extreme what they do? Am I over exaggerating? If my recollection is correct, and I look back at history, extreme is what they do. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not understanding. I'm just not understanding why they why we are not thinking that they're gonna go as far as we let them. Trump is out here pardoning people like crazy. This one thing that I went to, this is relevant, but I haven't thought this through. But this is what we do. We think stuff through together. I went 2 years ago. I went to the Victory Institute in Washington D.C. 2 years ago, and the Victory Institute is is where Democratic LGBT politicians go to kind of incubate thought and incubate people who are LGBT who want to be politicians. It's like a conference that's specific, invite only, specific to them, and da 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 da. And I was in the audience, and I kept on hearing people talk about reaching across the aisle. And it was frustrating to me because there are so many people on our side of the aisle that we could be talking to and reaching inside the aisle that don't go to the polls. Like, how can we inspire people if we inspired the people inside of our aisle, not even reaching across? Fuck reaching across. It's burning over there. Don't reach across, your hand gonna get burned. The people on our side, thumbs up if you're listening. The people on our side, there's people who don't go to the polls, and we're not talking about even. It was horrible this election, but even before that, there's a group of people who don't go to the polls. How can we inspire them to go? People who are on our side. Why are we not boistering that? Why are we not like judging that up? Because when Democrats get in office, and I'm saying that this is problematic for me. When Democrats get in office, what they do is, because most of the motherfuckers are moderate, barely left-leaning, they are weak as fuck, and they will do all of this compromising and reaching across the aisle. I want to work with them. We want to get the more moderate Republicans, and we want to reach across the aisle. But when these motherfuckers got power, they snatch shit. When they got the Senate, when they got the House, and they got the courts, when they got everything, they snatch shit. We ain't compromising shit. We taking whatever we can get until the next time. Whatever inroads we can make, we snatching it. We ain't compromising shit. When we got the power, we taking everything that we can. Y'all win again. Yeah, y'all win again, just like y'all won with the little Biden. Cool, that's what's up. But soon as Trump get back in, boom. And my thing is, I don't want you to compromise your integrity and harm people. But when it's time for us to snatch shit, why we not snatching? Because you hoes is too moderate. You aren't progressive. Why we ain't snatching shit? Ain't no way that the ERA should be this long and ain't passed. Like the ERA, that shouldn't have died. That shouldn't have died in the 70s. That shouldn't have died. It should have kept going. People should have kept fighting for it. Why they didn't? During that uptick in thought process around Obama, when we were inspiring people, it just feels like so many things that we missed the mark on because we too busy kissing ass and being moderates and not being progressive at all. And now they are repealing Medicaid. They took it as far as they could take it in his first term. Now we taking it even further. And they starting off the gate. First 60 days. We got 4 more years of this shit. 3 more years of this shit. 3.5 more years in this shit. They're reaching across the aisle, pulling a rug off and under your ass. That's what they do. When they reach across the aisle, it's not to help you hoes. It's to pull the rug off and up under you hoes. So that shit pisses me off. It wears me out. And not batting an eye. Not one eye. Not one bat. Not one blink. Annoys the fuck out of me. And it don't matter about logic and studies and reasonable shit. Their donors and the lobbyists that have them by the nuts aren't progressive either, period. We always have to take the high road, period.
In 2023, the state of Utah, like many states across the country, banned gender-affirming medical care for transgender adolescents. Utah, in the process, though, commissioned a study to assess the safety and efficacy of the banned medications, puberty blockers, and hormone therapy.
Wait, I want to stop right there. Just in case you don't know, this is Chase Strangio. Chase Strangio is the Thurgood Marshall of our time in regards to trans community. Like the Skermetti case, he fought. He was there when we won in June 8th, 2020, the workforce just non-discrimination, where we could not be discriminated against. When we won, he was there helping them fight that case. So when we think about trans wins in the past 15, 20 years, Chase, 10, 15 years, Chase has been at the epicenter of that. He works for the ACLU and he's trans himself. And yeah, so I want y'all to know who this is. It's not just somebody. I don't want it to be raced who we're talking to. The importance of the person who we're talking to. A lawyer extraordinaire out here winning cases, doing our thing, doing his thing. And so he's talking about Utah lawmakers who ban gender affirming care for trans people, trans kids, whatever, trans youth. And before he continue to explain, I want to also add that they ban trans kids from sports in Utah. Can y'all guess how many trans kids was playing sports in the whole state? 4. So out of a whole state, they literally have passed a law in the state to ban 4 minors from playing a game. And I want to add, it would make total sense. Now, I don't even say total sense, but it would make more sense if these 4 trans kids were winning every fucking thing that they played, they winning, but they were not winning. They weren't winning. If they were winning every game, they were dominated. They were in the gold place, the silver place, the bronze place, and they like killing it. It would make total sense. They're not even winning against the cisgender girls. They're not even winning. They're not even winning. So y'all went through the whole process of banning 4 trans kids from playing a game. Out of all the problems that y'all could have been solving in y'all state, do you know how many of them fucking kids in them Mormon fucking combines are fucking getting molested by grown, dusty, ugly, greasy ass white men? Do you know how many little girls but you care about children when they got a whole culture over there in Mormonism that got these little girls getting molested by old raggedy men? Not saying all of them, but it's a bunch. We know about his whole documentaries on them. But you care about kids? Whole women making content. It's a whole content, like it's a whole group of content creators talking about how they survived this culture that's happening in Utah that exploits women and girls. But you ain't making no laws to protect them or do anything about them. You aren't on any campaign to protect those children, but you want to ban 4 trans kids from playing a sport that they're not even dominating. They're just kids playing a sport. Does that make sense? Please tell me if I'm tripping, because it doesn't make sense to me when we know the child molestation is a fucking problem. And them throwing it under the rug and not fucking fighting them. It's happening all the time. It's crazy to me. But all right, Chase is talking about the current study that they had. They actually did a study, Republican-led study. Hey, AJ.
On Friday, that commissioned group issued a 1,000-page report which assessed the existing clinical practice guidelines, decades of underlying data, as well as studies that have been published in peer-reviewed scientific publications around the world, and concluded that the banned medications, when used to treat adolescents with gender dysphoria, were both safe and effective. The conclusions of this report are counter to the assumptions of the Utah legislature when it passed the ban on gender-affirming medical care, and they are counter to much of what we hear in the public domain and mainstream media about our medical care as transgender people. What's perhaps most notable, though, is that despite the comprehensive nature of this report and the fact that it was commissioned by a Republican-led legislature, coverage of the report is almost nowhere to be found. I urge you to continue to ask questions about the data that you hear about when it is reported to you from mainstream media, when things like a 1,000-page report concluding that the care is safe and effective are withheld and not part of the mainstream public narrative about our medical care. Perhaps we will see more about the 1,000-page report out of Utah showing that our care is safe and effective. Or perhaps it will continue to be buried in a larger narrative that seeks to justify the repeated legislative attacks on the rights of transgender people more broadly and our ability to access medical care that we need. In 2023, the state...
It's living in this like fucking gaslighty ass fucking time. This is way worse than, this is why, part of me is like, oh, we've been through this before. Like we've been through, we've been through, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, early 2000s. We've been through, where we didn't have rights and da-da-da. But this is different. The reason why this time is different is because they are actively, one of the reasons why we were able to kind of navigate is because there was never a light shined on us. But now this light is forcing this hate that they are boosting up, is forcing them to define things, forcing them to create rules around us, where before they didn't really have no rules kind of made up. They didn't have no rules. It was kind of just like, trans people, who knows about? That's some freaks. We don't really know nothing about them. But now it's like, oh my God, it's like a spotlight shined on us, and this is the double-headed sword, double-bladed sword, or whatever the saying is, of visibility, of awareness and visibility. And when they wasn't aware, we didn't really get the care. I don't want to say that was a good time, because it wasn't. That's a lie. The good old days was not the good old days. If you get to thinking those was the good old days and you talking like a Trumper, ooh, make America great again for trans people, get the fuck out of here. You sound stupid and you're dumb if you think that. It's not the good old days, because people were being harmed in the dark too. We're fighting a different beast. Yes. But that beast was ugly too. It wasn't no good about those old days. So this what makes this different is that the light, the tipping point, that the amazing Time magazine, Laverne Cox, the tipping point. Wasn't that the title of the magazine when she was on the cover of Times? The tipping point shined spotlight on us. And it's been 10 years. She was on the cover on 2014, I think. Was it 2014? So it's been 10 years. And in that 10 years, Mordor, the eye, Sauron's eye is like, is on us. You remember when Frodo and them used to be like, oh, let's hide, da da da. But then when the eye is on you, the eye is on you. And so that brings all the orcs and all the flying with them what was the dragon, little snake things, little dragon things? I don't know. But yeah, now the eye's on you, everybody coming to your motherfucking ass. So that's what's happening now. Yeah, that's what's happening. It's coming on you. You know, I'm a Lord of the Ring fan, so I gotta bring my nerdy epic. My nerdy epic metaphors. It's just really, really crazy that that this case, that they did their own study and their own study. Luckily, that whoever did the study was told the truth instead of lied about it. They told the truth that this is beneficial for trans people. And because it didn't fit the narrative, we ain't hearing about it. They ain't talking about it. It ain't going viral. Nobody's sharing it. None of our allies are sharing it. Trans people are sharing it. Why? Because they gaslighting us. That don't fit the narrative, so we ain't gonna talk about it. If it fit the narrative, baby, we would have it would have been on front page Fox News. Do y'all have the strength to fight back in this old age of our? I don't consider myself old. I consider myself middle-aged, but I don't consider myself old. I don't feel old at all. Middle age, yeah, but I don't feel old. Like my body ain't really, especially now that I'm working out, my body feels strong as hell, bitch. I'm ready. Now, when I was, plus size, knees aching, and I feel now that I'm getting stronger, baby. I don't feel old at all, baby. The older I've gotten, the more courage I've required. Come on, AJ. I know that's right. Let me talk about this. Now, I don't like this girl because she is one of them kind of Christian. She's the female Umar Johnson to me, except Umar Johnson speaks to niggas. She speaks to women, but they both are just the same side of the same coin. Just that one is the female side, one is the Christian conservative. She's just more woman centered and black, and she call out men when they patriarch. She'll call them out, but she is a Christian woman who is conservative in that realm. So they're the same thing. They just so happen to be black. So they're gonna be like that broke clock. They're gonna be right sometimes, but a lot of times they're gonna be wrong. But I thought that this was a good talking startup conversation for us to discuss. Is it tiresome? Yes, but I'd rather die on my feet. Amen. Come on, Turner. I know that's right. And I feel obligated. For my ancestors, not just for my ancestors, but for me. You think I went through all of that shit that I did in the 90s and in the 2000s and in the 2000 teens? I went through all of that shit just to roll over right now and be like, oh, no. The fuck? I was weaker. I was weaker and dumber back then, and had the courage to fight for myself and my people. I was weaker and dumber then. I'm smarter now. But I was less prepared back then to fight. I'm prepared to fight now. I'm smarter. more experience. Why would I give up now when I'm the most prepared? I was young. I was 17, young, dumb, and didn't have none of the mindset that I got now at 44. If that little girl was willing to fight and battle whole systems, whole school systems, why the fuck would I give up now? I won, and I won. It'd be different if I didn't even win. I won. So why would I, at 44, with more connection to community, with more intellect, with more lived experience, physically stronger, why would this bitch give up and that bitch didn't give up? Yeah, it's not for me. Now if I was Miss Major, she got a fucking, and that's another thing. Even the old heads, Miss Major running around rolling on wheels, 1 foot out of the door. If she's still out here battling, why my young ass gonna be not giving up? She 80 something, 88, 87 something. Out here in a hover round, traveling, doing her thing, creating oasis for trans people to come get rest. Maxine Waters, like, what? Yeah, no, it never crosses my mind. And not that it just doesn't crosses my mind. Okay, you done, you stop, you rest. What happens? Everybody who old or whatever do that. What happens? If I don't push back, rent's still going to keep going up. Food going to keep inflating. And eventually I'm going to be homeless because I can't afford it. The divestment from the trans issue is still going to happen. I'm experiencing that now. I'm not on the verge of homeless right now, but my money is drastically dwindling down because of divestment from trans organizing, trans interest in trans shit. Like, it's literally happening now. So eventually it's going to affect how I live. And clock this. I want y'all to clock this too. How did, and Raven, we come from come from the same ilk. We grew up in the whole days when we was out hoeing in the early 2000s. We don't even have the landscape we don't have the landscape that we had when we was hoeing back then. Back in the day when we got a job, if somebody tried to clock our tea or wear us out and we got fired, we knew we can just throw up an ad. But with Phosphor and SEPTA, we ain't even got that many ad places to fucking put our ads up. And we old, girl. We ain't 20 something. So we are also out of the market of being young, hot tenderonis. So now we old bitches. I'm not saying the old bitches can't make no money. They can make some money. But it's going to be less than these 20 somethings. So we're not even in the same position to go out and hoe and survive like we used to. We not even in the same position. I used to be able to, oh, fuck this job. I just throw me up an ad. We ain't even in that space no more where hoeing, because of the conservative backlash on sex work, we ain't even in a position where that can be a toolbox for survival anymore. What was the other thing? HIV. Usually when poor queer people couldn't find jobs in certain spaces, they had HIV to work. Old heads usually go work in HIV clinics, working HIV or blah blah blah. They divesting from HIV, so even the nonprofit sector is being divested from. So every place that queer people could easily go find some kind of work and livable, not even a livable wage, but something to help them at least keep afloat, prostitution, nonprofit complex, they're literally gutting all of them things because they don't want you to survive at all. So even the security that we had in the 90s and the 2000s in those kind of codes of protection when it comes to nonprofit and sex work, we don't even have them no more. They're gutting them. The job market is shitty. Just regular job for cisgender people. The job market is shitty. And it's being hit by multiple things. AI taking over fucking jobs. Companies divesting from DEI. Not that it totally helped Black folks as a majority, but it helps some Black folks. So do you see what I'm saying? Like on all aspects, the job market sucks. Housing market sucks. Rent is going up. So we're not in the same position that we were in our younger years to be able to have these and maneuver and survive. It's even harder now. So the fear should be even higher. Because how are you going to survive if the shit keeps getting higher, 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 higher? Immigrants taking jobs. I don't think immigrants are taking jobs. Immigrants are taking jobs that they're not taking jobs. They're doing jobs that we don't really want to do. I don't want to be out in no fucking farm picking cotton or picking greens or picking strawberries, picking boo. I don't want to be doing that shit. Or their immigrants ain't taking jobs, they're doing jobs that motherfuckers don't want to do. And being underpaid doing them. More motherfuckers might want to do them if they were getting paid a livable wage. Immigrants are doing jobs and being underpaid doing them. So I want that to be clear. They're not taking jobs. That is right-wing rhetoric to make you believe that immigrants are the enemy, and they are not. Immigrants contribute to our economy more than most of you motherfuckers. Not you. I don't know what you do, but most of us don't be contributing. Oh, but we about to, because they about to pass that little tax bill to where people who make under 75,000 get charged 20% more, increasing their taxes, while the rich gets no kind of taxes, but just tax breaks. I'm on anxiety meds now because of it. Trump took my good federal job. Mm-hmm. So this really ain't the time to give up. This is the time to actually turn up, strike. Look at what the port workers did. Like, wow, there's so many. I wish that certain people would come together and do that. But I feel like it has to get so dire before a motherfucker gotta do it. I think the only reason why that shit was happening during George Floyd's death, why so many globally were fucking hitting the streets, was because motherfuckers was frustrated because of COVID. All of us. So we like, we want to get out here and tear some shit up. Tax season was a motherfucker for po folks, right? Oh, yeah. So It's scary for me. It's scary for me. It's scary for me. And then even the OnlyFans girlies, they literally are shutting down porn sites. You think they not gonna go after OnlyFans? Like they did Craigslist and Backpage, and you think they not gonna go out of when they start passing the laws to make pornography and all that kind of stuff, make all this stuff illegal. They literally blocking in certain states, blocking Pornhub. You think that they're not gonna go after OnlyFans? They're gonna go after them too. And if that's your source of income, what you gonna do? Like, it is a Christian fundamentalist uprising, a white supreme. I don't want y'all to just think it's race-based or it's gender-based. It's a whole spiritual ideology rising up to make y'all not be able to do what y'all doing. The freedoms that you have. The freedoms as a woman, the freedoms as a queer person, the freedom as a gay, a freedom as a trans person, a freedom as a entrepreneur. Yeah. All right. So let's get into some more feminist shit. Where we at? If you are listening, it's 52 people in here, and there has only been 39 people who have thumbs up. Make sure that you press thumbs up. It's the free way to support your engagement. It's 53 people now. So make sure that you thumbs up. We are having some great conversation. All right, so I want to talk about so I was going to play the video of the girl. I could live in a Bible Belt state. Bless you, Diamond. That's because you don't live here to see the benefits. The benefits is if you live in and I don't know what state you live in, but if you live in a blue state, then more than likely you are paying so much high ass rent that you're getting dicked in your ass by the Democrats. Where it's a blue state, but you are getting dicked in your ass by capitalism. Whereas in the southern states, I'm paying $900 rent while you're paying $1,500, $2,000, blah, 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 blah. So while, yes, they're being weird and stuff, but I can afford, I can go out and hit the hostro and make $900 quick. It's going to take me a couple of clients, a bunch of them, $60 clients. But at least it's big. It's easy enough for me to go make it than if I lived in a blue state where the cost of living is so jacked up. Gas is so jacked up. Okay, Google. What is the average gas prices in Houston right now?
As of Thursday, May 29th, 2025, the average gas prices in Houston, Texas are regular, around $2.70 to $2.75 per gallon.
Is your gas $2? I know it's not in Michigan. It's not $2 nothing. I know it's not. Let's see. Okay, Google. What is the average gas prices in Michigan? In Detroit? Oh.
As of Thursday, May 29th, 2025, the average gas prices in Michigan are approximately regular, $3.153 per gallon. Mid-grade, $3.720.
What about in Detroit specifically?
As of Wednesday, May 28, 2025, data from AAA fuel prices updated 22 hours ago, the average gas prices in Metro Detroit are regular, $3.137 per.
Yeah. California, $5. Good God. You have the black girl say, yeah, I always change the voice to black girl. I wish she would be more hood. I wish I could pick a more hood girl voice, but she black. Yeah. Yeah, so let me play this, y'all.
A lot of women believe that there's no harm in going out on a date with men, and I'm talking just dates, right? No sex, no expectation of anything afterwards, a first date, y'all get dinner and y'all go home. Y'all probably never even see each other again if y'all don't like each other. And they would look at that situation and be like, no harm, no foul, because I didn't sleep with him.
She's
Let me
so
just tell you,
pretty.
there is harm, there is foul. I think that a lot of women have not come to grasp the concept of them having social currency and the value that a man obtains from even being in proximity to a pretty woman. But men have been clocked this. Men have long understood the social currency that they gain from just having pretty women around them. And you see it in all different facets of life, even as something as simple as the club. The guys want the pretty girls in the section with them, right? What are they truly gaining from that? Even the term trophy wife. Women are a social status to men. You'll even hear other men say that they know exactly how a man is living by looking at his wife. If she's put up, if she's well kept, if she looks good, if she shows up and shows out, he knows that that man is truly taking care of her. Just the visuals of a woman next to a man is going to be a positive thing for him. And this is before we even get into the Snapple facts about married men making more money on average. Right? They're able to move up in their careers faster and make more money because they're seen as more trustworthy just because they're married and have somebody depending on him. I want women to stop believing that just because they didn't pay for the date and they didn't give a man sex, that she didn't give anything to him during that date. Yes, she did. You are making that man look good by even sitting across the table from him. And my whole thing is, are you going to trust God to reveal your spouse or not? Because if you trust God to reveal your one spouse, because you only get one wedding, one marriage, one true marriage at least in this lifetime, if you really trust him, you wouldn't be taking it in your hands to, oh, let me go out on as many dates as possible. That's not the method. You can go out on dates for years and not get married. You're either going to trust God with your dating life or you're not. A lot of women believe that there's no harm in going
All right,
out.
you see how she went from talking facts and then it's boom, Christian marriage. So I follow her and she say some real, she be on some real shit and then but it be rooted in patriarchy. It's like a dark femininity. It's like a dark feminism, a dark, not feminism. I call it dark femininity because it is playing into the patriarchy so it can win for you. I'm not saying that is necessarily bad, okay? I think that we all are straddling that line as women. Like, how do we benefit from the system but not be harmed for them? We are always straddling this line, especially when it comes to capitalism, especially when it comes to survival, when it comes to any system, any privileges that we might have. Like whatever privilege you have, whether it be passing privilege, whether it be colorism privilege, whether it be class privilege, we are all straddling that line where how can I benefit from this system, but also how can I simultaneously kind of dismantle it? Like how am I working in this system to where I got food on my table, I got a roof over my head. Like how can I get the basics still, but I still want to dismantle the system, but I want to also take care of myself too. We all are working, navigating, compromising, being in these systems in a way that can simultaneously be beneficial and harmful. Just depends. And so what her and people like Shira7, people like, there's a bunch of girls who do this, where their content is about teaching women how to play into the patriarchy. It's a couple of girls like her. And so, but the core of what she's saying in the beginning is that you bring something to the table because you are an object, because you are a commodity. And this is on what she's talking about. She can talk about this because she's so gorgeous. I think that she is stunningly beautiful. I think she's beautiful. Like, to me, I think that her face is like what people be getting surgeries to get. And this is another you all want to talk about this? This is like a beauty thing that I don't know if it's a problematic take. It is what it is. So I think she's fucking gorgeous. Because I think this conversation that we just had, that just had went viral about Glorilla getting her nose done. I need to think about this more because I can't really. I don't want to say something wrong. Not say something wrong, but say something stupid. People are not. There are a lot of people who are not getting surgeries to be the extreme that we try to claim that they're trying to be. So, and this ain't got nothing to do with her. This is just about, I think her face is a perfect example where, like, we be like, white people be getting surgeries to look like us. I don't think that they they're getting there. They're getting tans. They're getting tans. They ain't getting tans to look like Lupita Nyong'o. They're getting tans to look like more exotic tan Brazilian girls. They're getting tans to look like Giselle Bundchen. They're getting tans to look like Jennifer Lopez. They're not getting tans to be super dark. They're getting tans to look like a traveling Brazilian babe who been in the sun and on the beach, a California girl. That's a sign of wealth and class. That I have tan lines and I get to go and be luxurious on the beach. They're not getting tans to be dark skinned. Darker, they don't want to be pale. Darker skinned than they are, but they don't want to be that. Same thing with lips. They're getting fuller lips, but they're getting, idealistically, they want a pout. But they don't want, so who has extremely large lips? They don't want somebody with extremely large lips. And I'm not speaking in absolute. So yeah, you have your rare people. I remember that Danish woman who was getting melanin injected in her skin to where she's super dark. Those extreme. Angelina Jolie, I don't think that is work. Angelina Jolie has always looked like that, even when she was a kid. That's not work, getting work done. Her lips have been like that, like Mick Jagger's. There's white people who have lips, but they're trying to look like a Angelina Jolie. They're trying to look like, they're not trying to look extremely black. Do you see what I'm saying? And there's trends that go in and out. Like it's trends that go like even like the BBLs. There was a time when J-Lo ass was like, oh my God. I remember even, and it's not just us. It's culture. It's not just them. It's culture. Remember when they was saying that J-Lo's ass was like, oh my God, she has the biggest ass. Da, da, da. And we were like, oh yeah, J-Lo got a big old ass. She was a fly girl. We know she got a big old ass. But to us, that ain't really wasn't no big old. That wasn't no ass, child. That was regular. But even myself, I remember watching 106 in Park and looking at Free and saying, God damn, Free got a big old ass. Like it was big, unusually big to me. And this is before I thought about, this is before BBLs was popular enough for us to even think about it, be conscious of it. I used to think Free's ass was so big when she would have skirts on 106 in Park. I'd be like, God, Free got a body. That's the body I want. I used to want to have Free body down. But now when I look at it now, I'm like, wow, that's regular. Like that ain't like the BBLs we see now. That's like that. Free had regular, yeah. Free felt like regular. Now it looks regular. Ass and curves and thickness was always a standard of Black community. Absolutely, we always had our own range of what was sexy. Like what was it was never fucking Charlie's Angel up and down, no hips, no ass body. We never fucked Black people never fucked with that. That was never, we wanted our women healthy and thick. It was always when you went to our strip club, the girls had body. When you went to the white girl strip club, they had titties. And no hips, they look like Pamela Anderson. And Pam put some new makeup on. She got some photo shoot with her got makeup and she looks sickening. Anyway, but they look like that stereotypical big titty Pamela Anderson kind of look. And then, but for me, we always had that. We just always had a more wider range of what a nice body looked like. It was thicker. Because I remember looking at like Players Club, like looking at Lisa Ray, and even what was the villain? Ronnie. Like their bodies on there was like, yes, we like thick women. The old music videos used to show the difference between then and now. Absolutely. You look at the rock star, the white boy rockers, and the girls that was in the videos for them compared to the girls who's in the video for rappers and da da da. It was night and day in the 90s. But I wanted to go back to this video. What do y'all think about her saying, her being this beautiful woman? Her being this beautiful woman and talking about the value that she brings to the table. I think there's a privilege in that because yes, it's good advice for other pretty girls, and she can't tell you any advice outside of her own experience. You feel what I'm saying? But I think that I think that's an important thing to know if you are navigating these streets with the men, that you also, if you a badass bitch, but even Buffy the Body's ass wasn't, it was given for the time. But if we talk about now versus then, Buffy the Body ass look regular now too. Shit. If we talk about dating now, there's a way that, yeah, what she's saying is real. You bring something to the table and you see the value. If you getting all these surgeries, you a badass bitch. You too have that kind of value. Now, does it change if you're a trans woman? And that's why I want to go to this video.
If anyone's having a conversation about being lusted over and not loved, it's trans women. Trans women are literally being lusted over since the beginning of time and not loved. We're asking for someone to show up for us and love us the way that we have loved ourselves. Like, we've done that work because it takes so much self-love to step out and be your authentic self and to tell the world who you are and show the world who you are and not give any fucks about what people think, about what people have to say. Okay, we leave our houses every fucking day and we are doing what we want to do. We present the way that we want to present, regardless if someone's going to throw something at us, try to shoot us, try to spit on us, try to jump us. Like, it's hard out here. Okay, and then now we're having conversations about passing and non-passing and brick and doll and pretty and this and that. Just as hard for pretty girls as it is brick girls. That is a whole other conversation. We're not going to go there.
I don't agree with that.
Don't leave lusting over trans women out of this conversation.
I think that, yes, trans women are lusted over. I think that the difference is that it's a nuance that the cis girl was talking about. I think the benefit that she can benefit from, we can't, because trans women do not bring your status up as a man. It actually takes it down. If we're keeping it real. Unless you are a rich trans woman who can bring a dude up in his status, if you can bring a nigga up in his status, you can then he'll be willing because you have status, because you are a rich trans woman. But if you are a trans woman that's working class, that can't bring really anything to the table, and I don't know, especially if you get older, because men usually get more established as they get older. You get more established. And as you get more established, you are really conscious of that status. That's why it's easy to find some young dude that you can shack up with and be in love with when you're young as a trans woman. When you're older, men start thinking about that status more instead of just thinking about the feelings of love, that feelings of togetherness. Because what happens with young men, when you're young, you have your family community, you got your mom, you got the siblings, if you have siblings, but you got your mom, you got the family community. But when you go through being a teenager to a man, manhood is isolating. Manhood, you're now in competition with other men. So it is no longer, it's the friendship isn't like girl friendships where it's like it's a whole different situation where girls are conditioned to stay in community. Even within the competition, you find other friends. Where men, you're supposed to go out and create your own kingdom, find your girl, have kids, and the status quo is you create your own world and you're the king of your world. As girls, especially if you're a Black girl, your community as a woman is ingrained in how we are conditioned to be. That's why there is a loneliness epidemic happening with men, because when they get into manhood, they don't really fuck with each other like that. They'll have one or two friends, if that. There's many of them that are lonely. And so anyway, the status becomes important, especially as you get older and you're like, as you get older, that's what happens. And so it's like, the woman that I choose that can take me to the next status, is a trans woman going to do that? Is it going to be beneficial for me, or is it going to be harmful for me? Because what the cisgender girl was saying is that you being this badass bitch, is it going to take me to the next level? And with cis girls who are pretty, yes, it's going to make me look good as a man. It's going to make me look good as a person. Is that the same truth for trans women? I don't think so. If we're talking about status now, if he has the courage, if he has the, that is his desire to be with a trans woman, he has the courage, and he is divested from giving a fuck about that status, then yes, he will be able to choose a trans woman and be with her. Yes, absolutely. But most men are not that free. Most men are not that free. Yes, there's going to be some that are free and be able to do it, blah, blah, blah. But most men are not free thinkers enough to be able to make those kind of decisions. Is there some? Yes, I'm not speaking in absolutes. Is there some? Yes, it is. But I don't think that that is the majority. I think it's that we are battling in a pool of men who covet that status. Cis women are navigating it, and we are navigating it. And as a trans woman, yeah, I just don't think that we give that status. Most men will divest, and when I accept that, my dating sex life became so much easier. Do you think Darius would have claimed Sydney if she hadn't pushed, etc. Their if she hadn't pushed, etc. Their little thing? I don't understand the question. What do you mean pushed? Darius is not a success, is he? And can we stop acting like she went rounds telling everybody together? If you want to be with a trans woman, what would be a problem with that? If you have a problem with her telling people, why would you claim her? Like that those two doesn't match. You're asking, would he have claimed her if she hadn't told people? What? Huh? If he was willing to claim her, then what would be the problem in her telling people? Darius put me in the mind of Brashear and them. Totally. And can we listen? Can we stop acting like men who are on the D list? Okay, we talk about the D list. All right. Men who are on the D list are looking for that shine, and they do things that can help them get shine, get in the blogs, get in the thing to make them relevant again, because their work is not doing that. And we're not going to act like that trans women ain't out here getting in the shine, especially in the now I think it's going to be less people doing that. But I think for a long time, I remember Kevin Gates contacted our show and was trying to get Mia to create this whole little thing with him to get clout. And that moment let me know, oh, these niggas is out here trying to get clout off of trans women. Trying to get some type of just all, that all publicity is good publicity type of situation. Yeah. I think that it's I think that's a certain men that will try to use that, just that boost to try to get them off the D list. Just that exposure. And they can always, and the goal was to not claim that it was true, but they still get the exposure. Yes. or something like that. I think that came out after the situation was refused. So yeah. When anybody does that, it puts a stink up that I don't feel can be recovered from. Explain that. Anybody does what? I'm trying to say society accepts it in a way better when a man claims a trans woman than when the trans woman do it. I don't know. That feels kind of weird. I think most men who aren't self-made and haven't come up are not a viable option for the doll. I don't know, child. Society accepts it way better when a man claims a trans woman. Give me examples that I can think about. When have society accepted when a man claims a trans woman? Particularly a black one, because I have seen moments where white trans women were kind of, but I mean, did the relationship work out? Give me an example. Give me examples of when when a man did it opposed to when a trans woman did it. I'm just trying to think of examples. I just don't. I look at I've now let me say this. I've seen um I've seen I've seen regular trans women be with regular dudes. It might be my phone, Brian. Is that the noise you talk about? I moved my phone from the mic. Is it gone now? We see it every day with regular trans women. We can't think of any in my own relationships. But we're talking about status. I'm talking about status. Men who are upward. Usually, when I see that works, it is people who are stuck at that status. Yes, I see that. Like if they both poor, poverty-stricken people, I've seen that all the time. I know trans women now. Yes, I think we're agreeing. I'm not agreeing with, but I don't think what I think I know that we are not there yet. What I'm saying is I don't think that there's a difference in what you said in between the men claiming them or trans women claiming them. I don't think there's a difference between those two. I think they both knock down the status. So I don't think that there is something that happens when a man claims it. That doesn't happen when a trans woman claims it. And your example was Darius and Sydney. I don't think that either one of them coming out and saying it would have did anything different. Only thing that it did is make him now, oh, he's gay. Make them say stuff that, oh, he's gay. That is what they're doing now. Now it has taken his status down. Yeah, I don't think that we're there yet. I think that if you say T.S. Madison, I think T.S. Madison, because of her status as a trans woman, as a wealthy trans woman, I think that there's some guy in the world who wants to live in her chateau, who wants to have access to what she has access to, that will claim T.S. Madison. Because if I'm a poor ass street nigga and this is the option that has presented it to me to be able to get access to this way of life, I think that there's a dude who will pick Madison to have access. Didn't we just see it happen with what's the alien looking white boy name? With the black little basketball player boyfriend. What, the YouTuber makeup person? Jeffree Star. Didn't we just see it with Jeffree Star? Didn't he have like a little black little celebrity boyfriend that they were fucking with? And now that they done broke up, he's going viral doing videos with Jason Lee. So it gives him access to that kind of. He wouldn't, if he hadn't have been dealing with Jeffree Star, would he have got the Jason Lee interview? Because that's mainly what they were talking about, the Jason Lee stuff, right? That's mainly what, I mean, that's Jeffree Star stuff. On Jason Lee, that's what they were talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so for me, yeah, I can see that happening. I can see some dude who is broke and poor, or who has no visibility, using a girl who has visibility or who has money to bring their status up. Because we know, just like we see the cis girls doing, we know the butch queens and the Trey do that too, to homosexuals, and exploit the girls coming up, especially if the girls are willing to shake their purse. Or if they a little off, which I be thinking is common. If they a little off, I get that out. I see that all the time. I see girls with off ass niggas. There's this girl, I ain't gonna say her name, but there's this girl, we went to her wedding. But if you talk to her husband is a mentally off ex-prisoner, slow as fuck. Like, if you talk to him, you like, oh, he kind of off. But he love her, so beautiful. And she is what we would consider a brick, but she got her a slow ex-felon man. Yeah. He don't bring her status up. He don't bring her status up too. So I don't know. It just, I don't, like you said, Eon, I don't think that we're there. I don't think that we're there yet. I don't think we're there, but I don't know what's happening, but I'm getting a lot of requests on my fucking on my Facebook page, man. Like from people who I'm like, how y'all find my Facebook page? They making IG videos. I did one. Yeah, like even the gag, like look at when we look at Netta and Charles. Like, yeah, I grew up in the hood. I know a lot of Netta and Charles. I know, like in my city alone, there was 4 Miss Netta and Charleses. One was with a white girl. She had a boring ass, Dauphine ass black dude. We had a bunch of them where it was, you know, you got the trans girl who little over pump, cheeks super clocky, but she's a nurse and she worked at the hospital, so she got a job and she cook and clean real good. And so the bum ass nigga who need a place to stay, both of them positive. I ain't being messy, but that's the truth. Both of them positive, so the options is different. And so they both living in the little apartment that she got from her little status situation. This is the truth. This is the truth. He out here cheating on her with other positive trans women. But they've been in love for years. But they've been in love and living together, fighting and battling and doing all kinds of stuff for years. Now they both old. So they ain't running the streets like they was. Now they black excellent relationship goes. Because they've been together for so long. Undetectable. Now I've seen it. And he got one. I don't know their status, but they old and been together for a long time. But they also both are just, one is the dude is a felon, just like the other girl. But this isn't from my hometown. Same thing. Dude is a felon. Can do a certain amount of work, or one of them, he get a fucking disability check. And so with her job and his job, they stable together. I ain't mad at it. But it does seem kind of dependent. It doesn't seem like a. Do you see what I'm saying? It seems dependent. It doesn't seem like I'm in this situation because love. It might be some love, but it also is a socioeconomic thing. And I don't think that's exclusive to trans women, but I see it. Kind of 50-50 if you ask me. Yeah, some of them are 50-50 where it's like we helping each other. And that's what I said. When they're on the same status level, yes. But if you are a man that has the ability, that you got degrees, you got the abilities to grow and get ahead, and you want a status, you want a higher status, and you got the intellect, you got the ability, do you choose the trans woman that can harm your future, or the cis woman, even if you like both? I don't know. I don't know. That's just what I have come across and I have talked to people about, and I've seen it. Men who have the ability and skill to go to the next status, and they have a plan. Now, if you're planning to stay in the same status, then I see that working. I don't see it working any other way. Or some old white, I've seen this, an old white man who got so much money that he already at the status that he want to be, so he don't care. And he got a fetish for trans women. So just like they go pick up little Asian women from Vietnam and live their best life, they'll pick up do you know the pipeline from Thailand for ladyboys to the UK for rich white men in the UK? There's literally a documented pipeline. Once marriage got legal in the UK, they were marrying lady boys and bringing them to the UK and getting them started. There literally was a pipeline between rich white men, rich white Europeans, and lady boys from Thailand. Like, it was literally a pipeline for 10 years that they documented based on immigration. Crazy. So they do it. It can happen. They're fated by circumstances. And is that love, Vicky? Jicky? Is that love? Maybe. You can fall in love through circumstances. Like, oh, we've been working at this job, this bullshit ass job for a long time, and we meet and we fall in love. Yeah. But is that the love that I want? I don't know. I'd rather be alone than to be stuck. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Sometimes it feels kind of weird, and sometimes it don't. Sometimes it feels like, girl, what is happening here? But then, I mean, ain't that the story of some of our grandparents, our ancestors? Man, I met your mother in Shabuda, Mississippi. That's a real place. Shabuda, Mississippi. And we was poor, and we got it up out the mud with each other. And I loved her. Even though we was broke, and I know neither one of us had nowhere to go, so we figured it out. Our vanity won't allow that. I agree. Mine, definitely not. I'd rather be alone. They had grown in love instead of falling in love. I don't envy them. When these butch queens be getting rich men, none yet the that really well known. None yet that really well known that can think of, but a butch queen can get these men to step on out more. You got to give me examples. If you're just saying it, I need examples to work off of. I don't know. I just haven't. I need to be able to see it. Has it actualized? I love having my person, my partner, and teammate. We ride. Yeah, I think that's dope. Y'all been together for a long time. And once you find that person, I think that's a good thing. Who else got that, Ty? Who else got it? A passing trans can do that too. I agree. There's a passing girl that I know, a passing stealth girl that I know that she lives in a cis girl's life, but it's a prison though, because she's fire as fuck. Like, she high level, passable, and fine. 10 out of 10 beauty. 10 out of 10 passable, 10 out of 10 beauty. Like, not just passable and regular, like beauty and passable. 10 out of 10. Like, she's literally been on one of the biggest rappers' video. Like, she is like 10 out of 10 in every way, passable and beauty. And she has dated since I've known her, she's dated 2 ball players that knew she was trans, but nobody else knew. No, her name don't start with a D. She's not the only one though. Let me see. Did I talk about somebody that starts with a D? She's not the only one though, but she's just one that I know for sure. And she's just out here being a bad bitch. But she's gone to school, she's gone to medical school, she's doing her thing. You remember the gay guy on the Girls Trip reality show with Chili and Maya them? He married the owner of the clothing line. I didn't watch that, so I don't know. I haven't seen that with butch queens and rich men like that. I've seen it with openly gay rich butch queens. Like, yeah, I've seen that a lot. Look at recently the old white man, rich man, he just got divorced with no prenup from the black butch queen. I don't remember the black butch queen's name. The openly gay rich white man. It happened recently. But he didn't have a prenup with the black butch queen. I don't know his name. I don't know neither one of their names. But they didn't have a prenup, and so they're getting a divorce. What about August Aselina? What is his name? August. What about him? Like, what is he an example of what you're saying? August Alsina. Yes, David files from divorce from David Armstrong. Yes, that's who I'm talking about. He's an old movie exec. That's what he is. Damn, he's worth 8.7 billion. Woo. $8.7 billion. Charles DeFrancisco, is that how you say it? He married Mark Jacob. Donovan Michaels. Oh, that doesn't count because he's been gay since 1992. So he been openly gay though. So he don't count. Apparently he used to date Cher. Right after she dated Sonny, him and Cher dated. Damn. Claiming someone about nothing though, just because someone claims somebody don't mean it's real. What it was August Alsina an example of what you were describing? Is he an example? Was he? I don't know. It felt like he just came out the closet and then got a boyfriend. Donovan Michaels was a go-go boy back in the day. It just felt like August just came out the closet and then got a boyfriend. It wasn't a it felt real regular. But also, I feel like being gay right now ain't that much of a controversy. There's so many gay. Look at yeah, but what that got to do with anything? What that got to do with what we talking about? But look at Miss Thing that was straight all her life. Now she got a lesbian girlfriend. Jessica Bates. Niecy Nash. Like, being gay ain't really that big of a deal no more. Boss Man Low. That's recently. I don't really know that nigga to know anything about him. So I think that's my millennial coming out. I don't know who Boss Man Low is. And I don't know him enough to examine him. But yeah, gays don't feel like being gay don't feel like a big controversy for regular celebrities. Like I think if somebody like a president, like somebody running for president, that still matters. But I'm talking about like a regular celebrity, musician, actor. I don't think that that is oppressive as it used to be. I don't think it's career defining as it used to be. I'm not saying that it's totally out the woodworks of oppression or effects, but I think when it comes to just being regular gay, we have made a couple of in enough inroads to where it's not like I think people only care about it when it's secretly uncovered, when it's like some mess. Ooh, you're hiding, you're queer, and we're finding out. That's when it's a big deal. But I think just you being openly gay nowadays, I don't think that's no career defining as it used to be. There's too many gays out here that's successful and open. I think we've worked hard to where that ain't that big of a deal. To me, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I think we tried to be top cis het and it didn't even work for them like that. Again, back to what I said, trans women be following in women's footsteps. Oh no. Definitely for sure. I think the same things that impact us, I think it impact us differently. I think at least a pretty cis girl, just her being pretty and cis with a nice body can give a man status. I don't think that that same impact, I think the negative impact is more prevalent with trans women. She can be pretty with a nice body, but just because she trans, oh, he gay. Because the trans thing is a hot button issue now. I think eventually, I think over time, I think when I hit 60, I think we're gonna see a lot of the trans. Look at the model trans girls. I think the trans thing ain't gonna. You got so many trans girls out here just being beat and living their lives. I've been watching a lot of these trans girls on that Monkey app and seeing how the young boys are engaging with them. It don't mean it's still not in the fetish realm, but they're openly talking about, oh, I'm getting down. Oh, she fine. She'll have me fold. Just and the dudes in the room agreeing, like she'll have me. Like, I think it's gonna get to a point where it's so many out here. I think it's gonna get to a point where there's an app where I don't know I don't know how to find it. Let me I don't know what it's called. They call it the monkey app, child. So that's what they call it. I'm about to find it for y'all. There's a monkey app where they be y'all done seen if y'all online, y'all done seen because it'll be the gays or the trans on there. I'm trying to find my favorite one. My girl. It'll be trans. It's kind of like Ogomel. I don't know what the fuck. I never did this shit, but it's when like this one.
You again. No. Yeah, get your ass back in camera. I already you can't fool me.
I'm not doing this bullshit.
I'm a see through it ass nigga.
You already met me, so I don't expect nothing else.
But you pull it off good, bruh. You just gotta get a voice changer, and you could be tricking niggas.
I'm not trying to trick anybody though.
Oh,
that's where you're like, what?
I'm just saying. Whoa. So what you trying to say? You just get niggas just.
It is what it is, isn't it?
Keep hustling.
I like your pillow. You know what it reminds me of?
Let's not do this. Hey, you got an Instagram?
I'm not doing that bullshit again.
Bruh, what? My niggas want your Instagram.
My Instagram.
They DL. They want you. You good, bro. You messing. What the fuck is you finna do? Is you finna get these niggas a tutorial? Look, you do your thing. Do your thing. Hey, do your thing. Just let me know when you start.
Okay, I'm done. It's 10 inches too.
Is it crazy? I turned around. Y'all gay. Y'all gay. Y'all are gay. Y'all just watched the nigga deep throw the cock. It went all the way down. Wait, did it go all the way down, chat? You again.
No.
Yeah.
So is this that app? There's another girl that be on here that I love watching hers because the Trey be going in for her because she's so pretty. Let me see if I can find her. Usually she be the first ones I be seeing. I don't know why it's not on here. But it's like a monkey app. That's what they call it, the monkey app. Like if you do hashtag monkey app, it'll show it. And so I guess it just randomly shows people monkey code or something. I don't know what the fuck it is. But I guess it just randomly shows people. Naomi Winter, is that her name? She be doing that. She a trans girl. She's so pretty, and the niggas be going nuts for her. Like, what? She be telling them she trans, and they be like, man, you lying. That's her name. That is her, Naomi. Is it Naomi Winter? Yeah, that's her. She's so sickening. I love when she be having the group boys in there.
Damn, Naomi.
Let me see it. I mean, I'm trans.
I don't care. Where you from?
Oh. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Trey said, I don't care. I live for her. She kind of remind me of Cat Black in some way. Oh, she don't remind me of Cat Black at all. Yeah, she don't remind me of Cat Black at all. These ain't the ones that I'll be watching. There's another one. Yeah, I don't know. Cat Black, are y'all serious? It's no shade. Cat Black is fish. But come on now. Are y'all serious? Like, are y'all serious? Y'all serious? It's no shade. I love Cat Black. I think she fish. But Cat Black don't give this, y'all. Come on. This is something else, y'all. I'm not shading Cat Black. Cat Black is beautiful. Cat Black is passable. She's that girl. So I'm not shading. I wanted that to be clear. But they don't give the same aesthetic. That is my point. It's no shade to her. They just don't give the same aesthetic. Cat Black gives goth Cali girl, which is what she is. This is giving video vixen. This is giving sex siren, high-end femme queen. Yeah.
Hi, Naomi.
Hi.
How old are you?
23.
Yeah. Come on now.
You don't want to come over here.
Over where?
There's a lot of transsexuals out here. You don't want to come out here.
Trans?
Yeah, it's a lot of transsexuals out here. You don't want to come out here.
Are you trying to suggest something?
I'm trying to suggest that I'm one of them.
No. You're lying. Stand up.
Okay, you won't see nothing. But
you just made a jump. You're not a trans, bro.
No, I'm telling you. Listen, my shit is fat. My tits is fat, but I'm trans. It's just what it is. No surge like this.
Girl, you're not no fucking trans.
I'm not lying to you, sweetheart. I'm warning you. Why can't you? Why can see? That's what I'm saying. Why can't I just tell the truth?
Whip that shit out right now. No Diddy. Whip that shit out right now if you trans.
Why you want to see that instead of this? I appreciate the gesture, and I would never trick you like that. I'm just trying to be nice.
No, she's not trans. I hear it in her voice. I know she's not trans.
You know what?
You from D. I'm gonna put these dogs.
Since you said you gonna run up, you gonna try to punch.
Yeah. I'm gonna run up. Do that too. I might bang
you the fuck out in a minute.
It's a voice
so guess
changer.
what? So if I do this, like, it's not a voice changer.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit just turned me on.
She's not trans.
Trey said, I'm not gonna lie, that shit just turned me on.
Right now?
I'm not trans. I'm telling you the truth. It's either you're gonna buy it or take it back.
Buy what?
I'll buy it, motherfuckers.
Where the
I don't need surgery. Grew like this. Hormones.
Wait,
bro, that's not trans, bro. Look at her face, bro. He's lying.
Do that voice again. Do that shit again. Do the voice. I still crush that shit.
Do-rag is ready. Red do-rag is ready.
All right, cool. You don't believe I'm trans. All right, cool.
How's that possible?
How is it possible?
How is that possible? Like, I'm talking about your face. There's no way you look like that with plastic surgery, bro.
This ain't plastic surgery, baby. This is natural. Even without the makeup. Want me to pull up a picture? Let me know.
Can I fly you up?
I still don't think you a trans, bro. You gotta show me something, fool. Like,
I don't got nothing to show you.
That's not fake. You're real, fool. Like,
I am real. I'm realness. That's what I'm saying. I'm realness.
Out that shit right now, fool.
I'm realness. In my community, I'm real as fuck.
I know.
Period.
Naomi.
Hey.
How old are you?
23. Period.
Good. Where you from?
Chocolate was ready. Chocolate said, I don't give a fuck. I'm still crushing it. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I think that niggas like that who don't give a fuck y'all niggas. I think that that's going to become more popular. Okay? I think dudes who are willing to say, nigga, she bad as hell, fuck you. And that's why I think there's a difference in how pretty girls are treated. And I'm not saying that this is not objectifying. I'm not saying that smashing is the same thing as loving, because it's not. A person can have sex with you and not be willing to be in love with you. I'm not saying that. But the more people who are openly not giving a fuck about being with a trans woman openly, where they're not worried about the judgment, that's the more chances that a girl could find a dude who actually love them too. Because there's been plenty of girls who, cisgender girls who niggas was just trying to smash. And then when they got connected, that chemistry was there and he fell in love. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that the more dudes that are openly saying, yeah, I'll fuck with a trans if they bad, da 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 da, I think that opens up the door for them to have that beautiful chemistry that can make them fall in love and then be open. I think the more of that happens, the more of that will happen. To me. That's what I think. And I think that this generation coming up, I also don't think it is going to be as of a gag. Like, I think there's so many girls out here getting the surgeries, and I'm not just talking about bottom surgery. I'm just talking about the surgeries that make them beautiful, you know, that make them passable and beautiful. There's so many girls. You know, one of the most prettiest black girls that I love her. I think she's passable as fuck. I love her. She's a photographer. And why I love her is because she is one of them girls that they have one of those non white aesthetics, and they are proud of it. Let me see if I can find it. Her name is her name is Octavia Bloom. She is let me see if I can find her. She is and she done got FFS. I love this girl. I think that she is beautiful. She got freeform locks. That's really, having freeform locks as a trans woman is really, really rare. Really, really rare. Having locks is rare, but definitely freeform locks. I love Octavia. She is so pretty to me. I think that she is gorgeous. I think that she has embraced her naturalness, and I think she's one. Every time I see her, I be like, "Oh, you're so stunning." I love her. I love just how like she isn't trying to go with the status quo. You feel what I'm saying? She is like, she's embracing like her beauty. And she definitely the first trans girl that I saw, not the first trans girl that I saw like with pretty locks. I know my homegirl Elle got pretty locks. But that freeform, that I ain't never seen too many girls that do the freeform lock thing. Freeform, like that the boys be doing in Florida. Those kind of girlies. I haven't seen that. Octavia Bloom, yes, I love her. And it's just something about her that's just so naturally just pretty. And she was already sickening. She was already sickening. But then when she got her FFS, and she did her FFS in such a perfect way, like it didn't take away any of her black features. She just looks just more femme. Like she just did all the perfect shit. She looks so good. I love her. Some of the trans girls be getting these surgeries and it just takes away from their features. it makes them it makes them look very. This is when her hair wasn't as grown out. Don't that give you like a fly ass like Tracy Chapman? I love that. Yeah, I haven't seen them. When I went, baby. They had wigs on, baby. The um girl, they had wigs on. I didn't see no locks. The New Orleans girl I know all be wearing wigs and straight hair. But yeah, I loved it. Her hair is fire. Um, I just think she looks gorgeous. I think she looks sickening. But yeah, Naomi is my girl. I live for her. But yes, darlings. That's all I wanted to talk about. I got a flight at 7:30 in the morning. Do you know who her surgeon was? No, I don't. Mm-mm. But yeah, I got a flight at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll be in San Francisco this weekend for an event. So I'm about to go lay down and take a nap and really relax. But all right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Make sure y'all thumbs up if y'all still here watching. Bye-bye.